Right, we are starting our first streaming. Um, well, I was thinking about starting a new channel to broadcast my drawings, some of the knowledge I've attained through the course of these years. I'm an animator. I've participated in several productions, so I I like to draw a lot ever since I was a child. So I'm not saying I'm very good too, but I try to improve, and I would like to share some of my creations and uh, to read some of the comments, uh, what you think about, what you would like to see, and well, to go with me in this journey to learn how to draw better, how to learn to draw for animation. This is supposed to be drawing aimed for animation. I like anime. I have made some cuts of anime, so maybe if you like anime, you will find this interesting for you. So well, without any further ado, let's begin. Well, I will try to first do some structure, and I'm going to change to the program. Maybe choose my color a blue, dark blue, in order to do the first sketch. I'm gonna do somehow a gesture drawing combined with structure. That's why what I used to do. So let's begin. To get some idea. This part is more like modeling your drawing. You just give you the freedom of building the shapes, of building the drawing, and in this stage you are not concerned about any details or some more specific features in your drawing. So you have the chance to focus all your attentions on the dynamic, the proportions, the pose. So you do a lot of uh, figure invention. That would be the term. If anything goes like you don't want to, you can easily change according to what you expect. So that's why you are not interested in having details at this stage, so you can change the course of the drawing easily and faster. Like for example, this, I would like a more relaxed pose. So this is kind of a combination of gesture drawing, which I would like to explain later, and some structural drawing. This structure for the head is to give me a rough idea of the facial features without compromising more time. Maybe she has a long head. I would like to change the shape and the volume. Maybe she's more skinnier. So as you see, I can change this easily since I have not drawn any details, just focusing on the proportions and the general idea. So maybe you can zoom out your drawing to see if everything goes well. Another thing to consider is to draw through, imagine through the shapes. For example, if there is a leg behind, you should imagine what's the position of that leg. Maybe she's got a skirt, and you can start visualizing how does it look like. So you see how this is very, very rough. This helps you to take away the stress of having to render the lines very sharp and precise. So you can alter everything without much effort at any time. Okay, I'm going to redo the ruff of the head. Now I start rendering somehow the face, but not very sharp. This is not still the tie down. This is still rough stage, but just to give me a rough idea how the facial features will fit into the general structure I have already drawn. And I can polish it later. I would like to redo that hand. So you see, many times we see some artists share creations, and we can have the illusion or the feeling that just as they are showing us their works, it's just like or pretty close they started drawing them, but most of the time that's not true. It's always a process. It's always a process, and I will call it a process of do and redo till you got some result which you feel satisfied with. And sometimes people who are learning or trying to learn drawing can get discouraged because they feel, oh, I will never draw like that, when they see a finished piece of artwork. But in reality, they can. Most of them can. If you got some talent, it's a matter of developing and learning the process in which those artists make their works. So it's not an instant approach or process. It requires time, trial and error. I will call that trial and error process, and starting very loose, very rough at the beginning. So you can see I have not invested much time till this stage, but I've already have most of the pose, most of the general feeling of this figure, and I can still continue working on this. It depends on me if I want to stay more in the rough stage, or I decide to leap to the tie down stage or the cleanup. The cleanup would be the last one. Okay, so this is okay. So at this stage, I think I will proceed to the next step. So I will turn off the turn on the opacity and start working on another layer to make the tie down. I will try to make the tie down at this stage. So let's see how it ends. This is not tie down yet, but it's supposed to be a stage where you define a lot better the features, so they are not too loose. They are, as the name says, tied down. For example, I can make very small adjustments to the proportions. Okay. I like to flip my drawings to see if they are working both sides. Sometimes when you flip your drawing, you can notice some errors that you didn't spot when you were working just in one orientation. So it's a good idea always to check it in the mirror to see if everything is okay. I'm trying to tie down the silhouette of the face. Trying to make some adjustments to the clouds. And trying to figure out how to render those wrinkles. What is called the drapery. Okay. Hands used to be a very challenging topic for we artists, so I will say I'm still learning how to render hands properly, and that's quite challenging, but probably the best way to improve is to watch for reference, so you can spot what's working in your hand drawing and what's not working. Sometimes you can continue making reproducing a mistake over and over without noticing what's going on, because you don't see enough references. So it's always a good idea to keep watching references. I will try to render that skirt. My goal also was to not investing a lot of time in making this drawing, so let's see if I can do it. Sometimes you can give a second pass with the base you already drawn to try to improve the features. I especially struggle with the face. Sometimes I really get several passes on the face just to get the features to a point where I feel kind of satisfied, though I will admit it, I don't get satisfied a lot of times. So there's always room for improvement, but for this streaming I cannot do that, so I would leave it, I think, like this. Just make some adjustments to the mouth, to the eyes, and finish this drawing. Because also when you stay a lot longer than you should, sometimes you can get kind of blinded to the mistakes and errors in your drawing, because I think because you have seen the drawing a lot, so much that you already have lost the ability to see your drawing in a more objective manner. So sometimes it's a good idea to detach a little bit of your own drawing and come back later to see if you can spot some areas for improvement and not stressing yourself more than what is needed. So it's almost finished the tie down phase, the tie down process. I think it's pretty close to to be in the state I wanted it. Of course, this is not clean up yet, so but it wasn't my goal for this streaming to have a perfectly rendered drawing, but at least at the stage of tie down is okay for me. So I think it's okay right now. I can leave it like this, and I hope you like this process. I will try to do more streamings so you can go with me in this process of improving and learning how to draw for animation. So I will leave it like this. I hope you like it, and I hope to see you soon.